Hello, everybody. Great day today. Let's talk about your great day. Happiness, appreciation, gratitude, the stock market, your job, transitions. I'm checking things out. Who's around? Is it too early? 92 degrees. It's looking good. What's everybody doing? How you doing, kid? Good day today? I hope so. What's happening? What's on your mind? Ask me anything. Oh boy. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Wednesday in Florida. Good day today. What's going on? My friends from around the world. You know what I've been finding out? Gen Z. I've been getting more and more followers, more younger people. More younger people are coming on. It's good. That's good. So, who's on? Anybody got a question? Is everybody happy? Is it a good day today? What happened that was good for you? You know what's really interesting is what's going on with UPS. Stock market went off the charts today here in the United States because United States and Japan cut a deal. So I think we're going to see more and more activity. You know. Okay, how you doing, Nathan? Somebody loves my channel. That's cool. Trump or Carmella? Come on. Come on. I'm happy. Somebody's watching me in my anxiety. Ooh. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I am not Canadian. Close to it. I was born, Paul, in Minnesota. Minnesota, I spent 49 years born and raised in Minnesota, and I came down to Florida in 2003, and I've been here ever since. I'll end up in Minnesota probably as I die. No, I'm not Mexican. I'm Italian, 50% Italian. My father, first generation Italian, and my mother was 50% Polish, first generation. Minnesota, because my parents escaped from Illinois and had to build a career. I'm one of 11 children. Seriously, one of 11, and we're all alive. We range from 79 years old down to 60. Think about that. And my dad's still alive. I just talked to him yesterday. Sharp as a tack. And you know what's funny? He advised me, he recommended that I get a health alert device because I live alone, just in case I have an emergency. I thought that was cute from a 100-year-old guy, okay? Illinois, my parents were born in Illinois. My grandparents immigrated from Poland and Italy. How long have I been doing this, Savannah? You mean the YouTube? The live I've only started the last couple weeks, but I started seriously in about October because I'm trying to monetize. My mother passed away in 2020, and July 19th, by the way, that's her feast day, and we honor that. And my father's still alive, spends half the year in Minnesota, half the year here in Florida. I live in Florida. I'm a resident of Florida. My father's a resident of, at this time, Minnesota. And then he spends about 3 months in Florida. And my brother's his caregiver, so it works out. Uh, I don't know who Greek bars are. Geek bars. I don't know who that is. You will not make money. I'm not looking to make money. I'm looking to help people. I've made my money. I'm 70, 71. I'll be 72, and I've had a great career. And I think business, but I want the younger people to start thinking about business, especially the cheaters out there in corporate America that don't treat people well. I know both sides. I know corporate America. I know private equity. I know founders and entrepreneurs. And I know that people do the work. And many times they're not appreciated or valued. Um, oh, nicotine flavored for little kids. Wow. No, I'm not a smoker. I never really got into it because I played sports. I do see people smoke, but I'm starting to see that with that that fake tobacco, which is a fucking killer, man. You know, you got to think about your health as you get older, man. It's not cool. It's not cool. And I wouldn't date anybody. Of all the 11 children, I think I have one brother that smokes. That's about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vaping. A lot of vaping here in Florida, by the way. They shut down these little shops and they open up vape shops, you know. I could imagine they taste like candy. I could imagine it tastes good, but you know what? It mess up your teeth, mess up your lungs. Bad. And it's addictive, right? It's addictive. That's the problem. I don't know if they're good for you. You know, I would say doctors would say they're not. Research is saying it's not good for you. You got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. And by the way, it's very, very profitable for the manufacturers. How you doing, Ben? Thanks for coming on. You know, it's kind of funny that I feel like I get a lot of response for this. I got a lot. I got 1,000. I'm over 1,000 videos. They're probably all not towards you because I talk about a lot of different things. I talk about business. I talk about personal. I talk about divorce. I talk about faith. I talk about growth, personal and career, you know. I hope I'm doing okay. I hope I can communicate. You can see I'm in a car. Wow. Vaping. I would not recommend it for my kids, my grandkids, or anybody else. And by the way, it's, you know, you got to invest in your future, man. Not only financially, you got to invest in your health. The younger you are, you got to take care of yourself, you know? Stream to stream. You know, I was kind of afraid of it. And, but I have goals to monetize. And once I get monetized, My strategy will probably change. I'm on TikTok too. I'm probably more involved. I got over 12,000 followers on TikTok. I'm on LinkedIn. You're probably all not on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is more or less a platform for business and professional people. But it's getting to be like a Facebook. I mean, I'm really disappointed in it, you know? Don't talk about dying, man. You know, what you got to do is you got to have hope. There's many times what I thought over my career that I would say to myself, am I better off dead for my kids, for their, and my business, for the insurance to pay my bills? Stupid shit, man. Or when I went through my first divorce, it was, suicide is not uncommon for people to think about. Seriously. Yeah, everyone's going to die. Yep, that's for sure. Ronnie. LAA, is that the Los Angeles Angels? Your dark father told me about me, huh? I don't know how bad it was, but you know what? Jesus had critics. I got critics, I'm sure. I don't know what, to be honest, 666 never meant anything to me. I'm not into horror stories or myths and bullshit. Oh, I don't know what a fate is either. Okay. Well, you know, let's talk about something positive, you know? Maybe I'm too old to realize about vaping, and I just know what's good for you and what's bad for you. It took me a while, you know? And I was very aggressive, very ambitious to get, you know, to not only achieve my dreams, then when I had kids, I wanted them to achieve their dreams. So I'd always give them a heads up on family values and philosophy and ethics, and think about integrity, because everybody goes through what I've gone through, you know? How you doing, Paul? You know, I'm just trying to help people, man. You know, and if I could help, it's cool. And I got a routine. When you become older, you get a routine. And, you know, I more or less retired officially at about 70, and I didn't know what else to do. And so I kept looking at YouTube. I kept looking at LinkedIn, and I'm a marketing guy. And I just started thinking about, what am I going to do to, you know, help people be happy? Because I more or less achieved what I wanted to achieve. You know, once you get to that point, you know, your bucket list is full. You got to come up with something else. And the biggest thing that I learned, as I mentioned before, is your health. Again, Paul, you know, what do you guys think about? I mean, you think about your future, you think about now, you think about your girlfriend, you think about your kids, you think about your dreams, you think about a career. What do you think about? You know, I was lucky. I got an opportunity when I was very young to run a business. I knew I was groomed. You know what I mean? I was mentored. So once somebody believes in you, it's kind of like a hockey coach or a coach in baseball. If they believe in you and you don't even believe in yourself, you start getting some confidence when you get somebody to, you know, believe in you, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do with my community and my followers is, hey, listen, I'm trying to help you get to the place where you really feel good about yourself and you feel like, hey man, I'm going to meet this dream. I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to achieve it, because there's nothing like a win. You know, WIN, there's nothing like it, especially if you worked hard at it and you built it on merit, you know? Nick, you can do it, Nick. You can do it. But you got to surround yourself with good people. Don't get in a bad situation. Your friends can put you in the wrong place, man. Oh, you guys are trying to trick me? Come on. No, what's everybody here that's on here? What, you're all under 25? I'm starting to see more and more Gen Zs. Yeah, set the seeds. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do, that you guys can do it. But if you go in the wrong way, eventually everything ends. And when you get in trouble, it's bad news, man. Paul, you're 62. You retired or just tired? A lot more than eating, huh? Okay. All right, guys, I'm telling you, that's, you know, you really, I hope you have good mentorship. I hope you have, your parents are solid. You have a good foundation. You meet people. I meet people like almost every day at a coffee shop. I go bowling. I meet people. You know, it's kind of like a routine, you know? Yeah. People, you know what my father taught us when we were very young? Well, first of all, we had a work ethic. When you got 11 kids, you got to work. But the other thing that our parents showed us and taught us was save for a rainy day. Save for a rainy day. And live amongst your means. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy to envision that you could even afford a house or afford rent. But you know what? You're going to eventually get there, because you got to find a place to work that somebody really believes in you, gives you the opportunity, you excel, and you got to have the risks to take to invest. And that's what I did. My father taught me that too. I invested all my life since I was 21. In the stock market, I would work, I would live amongst my means. And believe me, I went through divorce. I had to save to pay for divorce and child support and everything. You know, alimony. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I hope you don't get into that situation. Oh man, a back. Oh wow. A back. I got a brother that's got a back problem too, and it lasts forever, man. And that decision, whether to get surgery or not, or even take the pain pills, I know a few guys that never would admit it, but they got addicted to these pain pills, man. I could tell by just the way they communicate now. And these guys are millionaires. But it doesn't matter. You can get addicted to prescription drugs at any age. Enhance your career. That's one thing my son mentioned to me one day recently. He goes, Dad, to me, it's always, you know, grow within your career and be a professional and so on. He calls it capital value. Your value is your skill set. And you have to learn how to negotiate that. You know what I'm saying? And recognize that some people are going to take care of you. I'm talking about entrepreneurs or family business and stuff. When you go to a corporate, it's really the NFL. It's not for long, because somebody's always going to get picked over you. There might be nepotism. There might be cheating going on, and people get advanced because of sex and shit. It happens, man. Politics. Look what's going on. Or celebrities. You know, it's crazy. You have to take care of yourself. Be loyal to yourself. build your value, know who you are, because there's a lot of temptations out there. And you're going to get kicked in the balls or kicked in the head. And then somebody's going to be jealous of you, envious of you, and will try to hold you down. You know what? And people aren't going to like you. They're going to be envious of you. They're going to be jealous of you. They might want to hurt you. I hope you people watch 2020 and 48 Hours in Dateline. I mean, there's all this hurt going on out there. Look what's going on in the politics of the United States. Oh, my God. There's still, 48% of people hate Trump and his administration. It's crazy. Yeah. You're going to be a father? Is it planned or is it love? Okay. There's a lot of responsibility, man. I would have had more kids, but God made sure I only had 3, and then the mother of my 3 children divorced me, so I didn't get any more kids. I think 3 is enough. My parents, 11. Unbelievable. But that was a different generation, a different time. That's funny, big boss. Would I like to watch a tree grow or a knee grow? I have good glasses. Yeah. In Florida, you have to have, I got cataracts too. Someday you might have cataracts. Doesn't matter what age you are. That's what I learned. Doesn't matter when you get cataracts, what age. Yep. Paul, you led by example. Good for you. Construction's tough work, man. Here's another tip from my father. You want a career that you use your brain, not your body. No shit. No shit. Construction guys, tough work. I got a buddy, his hands are mangled because 43 years of mechanic. He's got money and everything, but guess what? He can't live with it, and his wife died on top of it the last couple of years. It's all downhill with health. Come on, that's crap, man, talking about incest. Come on. Nah, that's not me. Come on. Give me some good stuff. Give me something that might help you grow. You know? You got to remember, man, it's up to you to grow. It's not up to your mother, your father, your friends. That's one thing is, I kind of jumped ship because all my buddies, when I was in college, I married my high school sweetheart at 21, and I didn't finish college. A lot of my buddies were still, back in the 70s, smoking dope, partying and shit. I took it serious, man. I got married, had a kid in the first year, and I never went back to that party life. No. Married is not a dream of mine. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, the teeth. Yeah, the teeth I had to pay for. I lost chips and so on. I played hockey when I was younger, and back in those days, a chipped tooth or a missing tooth was cool for hockey. Black eyes and all that. Not anymore. Now I'm afraid of everything. What kind of dope? Back in the day, we used to smoke weed. It was illegal. I hope my kids aren't listening to this. My father found out. I paid the price. As soon as he found out. But I had Led Zeppelin. Look at Ozzy just passed away. I wasn't a Stones guy. I liked a lot of Santana. I liked a lot of jazz and soul. I love music. Yeah. It's expensive. You know what the key is for teeth? You got to make sure you get the best of the best locally. Locally. You got to save your money, man. It's not inexpensive. Yeah, reefer's bad. I don't even think about it anymore. Um, yeah. Jazz is cool. Yeah. Blues. I even like country, religious music, gospel or what they call it. Um, yeah, I like opera. I love opera, Italian music. I was brought up on Italian traditional because my grandparents, my father, they loved it, you know, and we, for the holidays and so on, it's just beautiful, beautiful. Pavarotti is one of my favorites. I've seen him twice. He's gone too. You want to hear my story of getting drunk for the first time in my life and getting caught? And I was an athlete? Do we really want to hear about it? Paul, you don't want to hear about it. I'll give you the short version. The short version was I was so drunk, I got so sick, I came home, and you guys don't remember Boone's Farm 2020, I think it's called, or 2020 Mad Dog or something like that, that's still out there. Oh, the cheapest wine, and you know, guys, at that time in Minnesota, you can drink at 18. And they switched it right away to 21 when they realized they got big problems. I come home, 1 of 11, all the lights are home. My buddies dropped me off because I was so sick. They said, hey, and they threw me out of the car. I walk in, and my dad comes walking in, looks at me. My mother gave me this big ice cream 1-gallon plastic bag, and I got on all fours, and I started throwing up in the kitchen, under the kitchen table. And my dad walks in and he goes, "Good for you." Oh, it was terrible. Okay. Okay, drinking is honestly cool. I think you're meant to drink. I think drinking, it teaches you a lot, you know, and it gets you in trouble, and that might be good lessons. The worst thing, though, is a DUI. A DUI is bad. Young, old, or whatever. It's just bad. And it could go on for life if you become an alcoholic. Bad boy. How you doing, bad boy? Wow. Kind of. How to be an a-hole to strangers. No, you don't have to be a a-hole. You walk away. That's integrity. Don't judge people. Walk away. You just know they're toxic. Stay away. That could be family. It could be a wife. It could be a girlfriend. It could be your boss. It could be a teacher. I walked away from a hockey coach mid-season because he was an asshole. Yeah. And we were losers. I was accustomed to winning, and he didn't like me. And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to take this shit. Yeah. Did God really make alcohol, or was it wine through grapes? Okay. What's the question for me, bad boy? Life